Nico Rosberg, the man who beat two seven-time world champs in equal machinery, criticizes Lewis's driving. Aston Martin lodges a protest against Carlos Sainz, and we take a look into the best strategy for the Chinese Grand Prix. Let's get straight into the latest F1 news. Nico Rosberg, former teammate of Lewis Hamilton, had some critical comments to make about Hamilton's performance at the Chinese Grand Prix during the qualifying race. Hamilton, who had been performing well in the earlier sprint race, failed to make it through the first hurdle of qualifying, crashing out in 18th place. This was a huge blow for the seven-time world champion, who had struggled to slow down his Mercedes car in time for the hairpin, costing him a suggested 0.6 of a second. If not for this mistake, his lap time would have been good enough to put him in 5th place. Rosberg, who spoke to Sky Sports about the incident, said that Hamilton's mistake was seriously painful, and that as a seven-time world champion, he should have been able to avoid such errors. He further added that it was unnecessary for Hamilton to push the limit so much, especially since he knew that the wind was coming from the back. Hamilton had earlier criticized by Rosberg for his defending tactics against Max Verstappen during the sprint race. Hamilton had initially led the opening laps of the race, but made a mistake at the hairpin, allowing Verstappen to close in on him. On the next lap, Verstappen used his DRS to overtake Hamilton, who didn't even attempt to defend his position. Rosberg had criticized Hamilton's lack of aggression, saying that he should have closed the door and defended his position properly. Hamilton, in response, had said that there was no way he could have kept Verstappen behind him, given the latter's serious pace advantage. Hamilton had also revealed that he was struggling to turn his car in for turn 14 after Mercedes made major setup changes. Despite this, Hamilton had taken the disappointment in stride, saying that shit happens. If you are enjoying the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel for daily F1 videos. The Chinese Grand Prix is 20 years old but still feels fresh. This is the first opportunity to see the new generation of cars and tires in action at the Shanghai International Circuit. The sprint weekend has limited practice time but lots of action. Saturday's sprint raised more questions than answers. What tactical choices do the teams have on Grand Prix Day in Shanghai? Lewis Hamilton won the race, followed by Valtteri Bottas and Sebastian Vettel. They all chose a two-stop strategy, medium, hard, medium. Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc pursued the same approach. Other drivers had different strategies. Red Bull's Pierre Gasly finished 6th with a soft, hard, medium strategy. Daniel Ricciardo completed a one-stop race with a soft, hard strategy. Alex Albon finished in 10th place with a one-stop strategy. Sergio Perez and Kimi Räikkönen opted for a medium-hard race strategy. Ricciardo couldn't improve his position while Perez and Räikkönen made gains. For this race, a two-stop strategy with harder tires is expected due to similar tire degradation as in Japan. 2 hard stints or 2 medium stints are options. Front-running teams have switched their preferences. Red Bull and Ferrari choose 2 sets of hard tires, while Mercedes, McLaren, and Alonso choose only 1 set of hards. Drivers had the option to keep sufficient sets of medium tires. Among the leading pack, only Alonso, Leclerc, and Russell have 2 new sets of C3 tires. A different option for the top 10 drivers is using a new set of soft tires. This strategy worked well for Russell. For those aiming to make up ground in the early laps, a soft, hard strategy could be appealing. McLaren or Ferrari might consider splitting their cars' strategies. For the drivers in the bottom half of the field, a one-stop strategy is unlikely due to high tire degradation. However, another derivation of the two-stop strategy, the medium-hard-soft strategy, holds promise. Rainfall is unlikely on race day, with a slim chance of light showers. The wind could pose challenges, potentially causing lockups at turn 14 hairpin. The weather is expected to be warmer, favoring the hard tire compound. Ferrari and Carlos Sainz were not penalized after Aston Martin's protest was dismissed by the stewards. Sainz spun out his car, but was able to restart it and continue with the session. Aston Martin argued that Sainz should have been disqualified for stopping on the track, but the stewards deemed their protest invalid and allowed Sainz to keep his 7th-place qualifying position. During a qualifying session, Sainz stopped on the start-to-finish straight, which led to race control issuing a red flag at 15:33.16. Although the stewards agreed that ARTNR 39.6 suggests that if a car stops on the track during a qualifying session, it should not be permitted to take further part in the session, it was clear from the examples cited by the team managers present and the FIA that this rule was not always strictly enforced. The FIA and the teams agreed that if the car was able to restart and continue from a stopped position within a reasonable time, that would ordinarily be permitted, but they were not able to come to a final agreement on the maximum time allowed. Aston Martin felt that stopping for 1 minute and 17 seconds was too long and should not have been permitted. The article discusses the issue of 1 minute and 17 seconds long stop during the session with no clear regulations to guide. The race control had the discretion to decide if it was too long. The messaging system did not indicate the decision of the race control. The pattern of past practice in the sport allowed a car to restart and continue without outside assistance. The Formula One Commission meeting held in Spa, Belgium on July 28, 2023, discussed Article 39.6. However, the change to the article was not made. The stewards dismissed the protest and did not return the fee, stating that the decision taken by race control was consistent with past practice and not in breach of Article 39.6. Sergio Perez, the talented Mexican driver, has been making waves in the 2024 Formula One season with his impressive performance on the track. In the first 4 races of the season, Perez has secured 3 stellar podium finishes, all in second place to his teammate Max Verstappen. This has strengthened his position within the team as the Red Bull management considers whether to renew his expiring contract or bring in new talent for the 2025 season and beyond. With numerous free agents available on the market for next year, the team has a challenging decision to make. Perez had a difficult 2023 season, struggling to keep pace with Verstappen and his own expectations. However, this year, he has made significant adjustments to his mindset, which is now less focused on his teammates' performance. Christian Horner, the Red Bull team principal, believes this shift in focus has helped Perez become more relaxed behind the wheel and perform at his best. Horner has been impressed with Perez's performance so far. He believes that the Mexican driver is doing an exceptional job and that the team could not be happier with his progress. Perez's confidence is growing with each race, and Horner is hopeful that he can convert this into another great result in the upcoming races. Despite the pressure of fighting for his future at the team, Perez has responded positively to the challenge. With his contract set to expire at the end of the season, he is driving with an awareness of what is at stake. However, Horner has noted that Perez is responding well to the pressure and has changed his approach to the races, resulting in exceptional performances. During the Chinese Grand Prix, Perez managed to qualify in second place, setting up a potentially exciting race in which he could demonstrate his skills. While the team was fortunate to secure this position, Perez's talent cannot be underestimated, and he has proven that he is an important part of the team. Watch this video next to get the latest F1 news. I'll see you there, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for daily F1 news.